Hi class, today our topic of discussion is ratio and proportion. First, let us discuss about ratio. First thing, we know ratio is comparison of two or more like quantities, which means having same unit, then only you can compare two numbers, you can find the ratio. Suppose you have two numbers a and b, these are two real numbers, then in fraction form can I write this as a by b, and this in ratio form is written as a is to b. So we are comparing two quantities, okay, where the first term is known as antecedent and the second term is known as consequent. Okay, similarly we can compare three quantities. Suppose you have AK, BK and CK, three quantities. Then in ratio form they can be written as A is to B is to C, where K is any real number. Clear? Now ratio, since it's a comparison, ratio is a number. It does not have unit. It's just a pure number. Next thing, ratio is only for positive quantities. We don't find ratios for negative quantities. Now look, one more very important thing. If your antecedent or consequent or both are in fraction, then before proceeding, what do? You change it to a whole number. What I mean, suppose I have the ratio given as 1 by 2 is to 1 by 3. Both antecedent and consequent are in fraction form. So how to change it to whole number? Take the LCM of the denominator, the LCM of 2 and 3 will be 6, and multiply that with both the term. So the ratio becomes 3:2, which means 3:2 and 1 by 2 is to 1 by 3 are same thing. Clear? Now look at some more things. Okay. First of all, compound ratio. Compound ratio. Suppose you have two ratios, A is to B and C is to D. Then the product of these two ratios give you another ratio, that is the compounded ratio. So the compounded ratio will be, look carefully, the antecedent multiplied with the antecedent and the consequent multiplied with the consequent. There can be more ratios also which can be compounded together. Now look at this duplicate ratio. Duplicate ratio, very simple. If A is to B is a given ratio, then the duplicate ratio of this will be A square is to B square, which means this is nothing but the compounded ratio of AB to itself only. AB, suppose you have A is to B and again you have A is to B. You compound this, so it becomes A square is to B square. Done. Next, triplicate ratio. Triplicate ratio, just look over here. If your given ratio is A is to B, then your triplicate ratio will be A cube is to B cube. Clear? Duplicate is square and triplicate is cube. Then we have subduplicate. You have subduplicate, which is, suppose if you have A is to B, then the subduplicate ratio will be root of A is to root of B. Look at subtriplicate ratio. Subtriplicate ratio. What is that? Suppose you have A is to B, then your subtriplicate ratio will be cube root of A is to cube root of B. Am I clear? One more thing. Reciprocal. Suppose A is to B is the given ratio. then the reciprocal ratio of this will be B is to A. Mind you one thing, the order of ratio is very important, which means A is to B is not equal to B is to A. Be careful. Okay? Note this point. Now we look at the exercise from this. Okay? Now let us solve from exercise 7.1 from AGGARWAL. Sum number 1 to 8 are pretty easy. You can solve it on your own. I'll start with 9 part 1. They have given if A is to B is 2 is to 3, B is to C is 4 is to 7, and C is to D is 6 is to 7. They have asked us to calculate A is to D. Pretty easy. Just found the compounded ratio. Now let us solve sums from exercise 7.1 AGGARWAL. The first 8 sum I can see are pretty easy. You can solve it on your own. I'll try with 9.1. Now given A is to B is given, B is to C is given, C is to D is given. They have asked us to calculate A is to D. Simple. Just find the compounded ratio of these three. So A by B multiplied by B by C multiplied by C by D. In compounded ratio we multiply the ratio. 2 by 3, 4 by 7 and 6 by 7. Look carefully. So this is 2 times. So which means A by D is 16 by 49, which means in ratio form A is to B is 16 is to 49. Done. Now look at sum number 2, 9 part 2. It says if x is to y is 2 is to 3, y is to z is 4 is to 7, then find x is to y is to z. See, in this kind of sum, first of all, our motive is to make the value of y same. Over here it is 3, over here it is 4. So you multiply this by 4 and this by 3. What I'm saying, suppose x by y is 2 by 3 and y by z is 4 by 7. So 4, I'll multiply by 4 both the antecedent and the consequent. We get 8 by 12, and this value multiplied by 3 both, we get 12 by 21, which means x is to y is to z is 8 is to 12 is to 21. Am I clear? Now let us look at the next sum. Now look at 10 part 1, similar to the previous one. A is to B is given, B is to C is given. They've asked for A is to B is to C. First thing, we need to change this fraction form into whole number form. How? We multiply with the LCM of the denominator, which means A is to B will be 1 by 4 multiplied by 20, 1 by 5 multiplied by 20, which becomes 5 is to 4. Similarly, B is to C, we multiply by 42 because the LCM of 7 and 6 is 42. So this becomes 7 is to 6. Now look carefully. A by B is 5 by 4 and B by C is 7 by 6. So you multiply this by 7 both. Okay, you get 35 by 28 and you multiply this by 4. So we get 28 by 24, which means A is to B is to C will be 35 is to 28 is to 24. Clear? Now look at the next sum. Look at sum number 10 part 2. We can do it over here. If 3A is equal to 4B is equal to 6C, then find A is to B is to C. Very simple. First step, what do we do? 3A equals to 4B equals to 6C. Suppose this is K, let. Okay, then clearly you can say A equals to K by 3. Look carefully, 3A equals to K. So A will be K by 3. Similarly, B will be K by 4 and C will be K by 6. Okay, which means A is to B is to C is K by 3 is to K by 4 is to K by 6. And if there is something common, okay, we can remove that. K is common. So this is 1 by 3 is to 1 by 4 is to 1 by 6. Now this is in fraction form. What we'll do to change it to whole number? We'll multiply with the LCM of the denominator. 3, 4 and 6. The LCM is 12. So 1 by 3 into 12. 1 by 4 into 12. And 1 by 6 into 12. This becomes 3 4 times. So 4 is to 3 is to 2. Look carefully. So A is to B is to C is 4 is to 3 is to 2. Am I clear? Now let us look at the next sum. Now look at this sum. 11 part 1. If 3x plus 5y by 3x minus 5y equals to 7 by 3, find x is to y. Very simple. We'll start with this. 3x plus 5y by 3x minus 5y is 7 by 3, which means 3 times 3x plus 5y equals to 7 times 3x minus 5y. Simplify this. 9x plus 15y equals to 21x minus 35y, which means I'll bring x on one side and y on other side. 15y plus 35y equals to 21x minus 9x, which means 15y is equal to how much? This is 12x, which means can I write 50 by 12 equals to x by y, which means x by y, this cancels by 2, 25 by 6. That means x is to y is nothing but 25 is to 6. Done. Now let us look at the next sum. Now let us look at sum number 11 part 2, which says if A is to B is 3 is to 11, find 15A minus 3B is to 9A plus 5B. Very simple. A is to B is given as 3 by 11. So can I write A as 3K? I can let, and B as 11K. Now I'll substitute this value over here. See what I got? 15A minus 3B by 9A plus 5B, which is 15 multiplied by 3K minus 3 multiplied by 11K. Similarly, in the denominator, 9 multiplied by 3K plus 5 multiplied by 11K. So this is equal to 45K minus 33K by, this is 27K plus 55K. So this becomes 12K by 82K, which becomes 6 by 41, which becomes 6 is to 41. So that's the ratio. Clear? Now look at 12 part 2, a very good sum, okay? If y bracket 3x minus y is to x bracket 4x plus y bracket closes is equal to 5 is to 12, find x square plus y square is to x plus y whole square. Now my main motive is from here, somehow I should get x is to y. Now look carefully how I will get y bracket 3x minus y by x bracket 4x plus y is equal to 5 by 12, which means 3xy minus y square by 4x square plus xy is equal to 5 by 12, which means 12 times 3xy minus y square equals to 5 times 4x square plus xy. Am I clear? I'll open the bracket. So this is 36xy minus 12y square is equal to 20x square plus 5xy. I'll bring everything on one side, which means minus 20x square. This is plus 36xy minus 5xy minus 12y square equals to 0. Okay, which becomes minus 20x square plus this is 31xy minus 12y square equals to 0. What I'll do, I'll take minus sign common. So minus sign goes away. 20x square minus 31xy plus 12y square is equal to 0. Now, if we divide this by y square, suppose, okay, the entire thing, then this becomes 20x square by y square minus 31 x by y plus 12 equals to 0. Now look carefully. This we can write as 20 x by y whole square minus 31 x by y plus 12 equals to 0. Let's suppose x by y in your mind as k. Then this becomes 20k square minus 31k plus 12, which is a quadratic equation. We can solve easily. Middle term. So this is 20 by into x by y whole square, and this will be 15 x by y minus 16 x by y plus 12 equals to 0. Take 5 x by y common. So what is left? 4 x by y minus 3, and over here minus 4 if you take common. This is 4 x by y minus 3 equals to 0, which means can I write 5 x by y minus 4 and 4 x by y minus 3. This is equal to 0. Now either this is 0 or this is 0. Either 5 x by y minus 4 is 0. So when you solve this, 5x by y equals to 4, which means x by y equals to 4 by 5 I got. And then we'll solve that part. See, 4 x by y minus 3 equals to 0. So 4x by y equals to 3, which means x by y equals to 3 by 4. So we got x by y as 4 by 3 or x by y as 3 by 4. Now using these two values, we'll find this. How? I'll rub this. Just look over here, everybody. Suppose what they told us to find. We'll get two values. Look over here. We have x square plus y square by x plus y whole square. What I'll do? I'll divide the numerator and the denominator by y square. So this becomes x square by y square plus 1. When you divide by y square, this is whole square, which means these two will be divided by y only. So x by y plus 1. Done. Now we know the value of x by y, first case. So this 4 by 5 if you put, so this becomes 16 by 25 plus 1 by, and this is 4 by 5 plus 1 whole square, which is, if you take LCM, this is 25, 16 plus 25, 41 by, this is 5 and this is 9 whole square, which is 41 by 25 by, this is 81 by 25, which is equal to 41 by 81, which is 41 is to 81. Done. So when the value of x by y is 4 by 5, you get this as 41 is to 81. Am I clear? Now for this also we need to solve. X by y is 3 by 4. Again, x square plus y square by x plus y whole square. We can write same, x square by y square plus 1 by x by y plus 1 whole square. Put the value 3 by 4. Okay. X by y is 3 by 4, and over here x by y was 4 by 5. Now when you put 3 by 4, so this becomes 9 by 16 plus 1. Okay. By, this is 3 by 4 plus 1 whole square, which is 16 is the LCM. So this becomes 9 plus 16, 25, and this becomes 7 by 4 whole square, which is equal to 25 by 16 by, this is 49 by 16, which means 25 by 49, which is 25 is to 49. So you'll get two answers. Either that is equal to 41 is to 81, or that is equal to 25 is to 49. It was a nice sum. Now let us look at the next sum. Now look at sum number 13 part 2. They say if x plus 2y by 2x minus y is equal to the duplicate ratio of 3:2, find x is what? Which means clearly x plus 2y by 2x minus y, This will be equal to 3 by 2 whole square, the duplicate ratio. You square it. Now we can solve this very easily. X plus 2y by 2x minus y equals to 9 by 4, which means 4 times x plus 2y is equal to 9 times 2x minus y, which is 4x plus 8y equals to 18x minus 9y, which means 8y plus 9y equals to 18x minus 4x, which means 17y equals to 14x, which means 17 by 14 equals to x by y, which means x is to y is nothing but 17 is to 14. That's my answer. Clear? Now let us look at 14 part 1, which says find two numbers in the ratio 8:7 such that when each is decreased by 12.5, then the ratio 11:9. So can I take, let the number be 8x comma 7x, where x is a non-zero real number. Now according to the problem, if you see 8x minus 12.5 by 7x minus 12.5 this is equal to 11 by 9. Now this is 8x minus 25 by 2 by 7x minus again 25 by 2 equals to 11 by 9. Okay, so take LCM 2, so this becomes 16x minus 25. This becomes 14x minus 25 by 2 equals to 11 by 9. Am I correct? 2 cancels out. Cross multiply. So 9 multiplied by 16x minus 25 equals to 11 multiplied by 14x minus 25. Am I correct? Now, when you multiply this, you get 9 into 16 is 144x minus 225, and 11 into 14 is 154x minus, this will be 275, isn't it? Now we need to solve it. So this becomes minus 225 plus 275 equals to 154x minus 144x. That's how much? 50 equals to 10x, which means x equals to 5. So if x is 5, your numbers is, the first number is 8x, so that's 8 into 5 is 40, and your second number is 7x, that's 7 into 5 is 35. So that's my required answer. Clear? Now we look at the next sum. Now look at sum number 15 part 1, which says a woman reduces her weight in the ratio 7:5. What does her weight become if originally it was 91? Now look, a woman reduces her weight in the ratio 7:5, which means let the original weight be 7x, then her final weight or the new weight will be 5x, isn't it? Now according to the problem, if you see, her original weight was 91, so we can say that 7x equals to 91, which means x equals to how much? 13. So the new weight of the girl will be 5 multiplied by 13, that's 65 kg. Simple. Okay, now look at the next sum. Now look at sum number 17. Three numbers are in the ratio 1 by 2 is to 1 by 3 is to 1 by 4. If the sum of the squares is 244, find the number. Very easy. First of all, the given ratio is in fraction. So what do? We change it into whole number. How? By multiplying each term of the ratio with the LCM of the denominator. So the LCM is 12. So I'll multiply each term with 12. So it becomes 6:4:3. Now this is my ratio. So I can take the numbers as 6s. Let the numbers be 6x, 4x, comma 3x. Now look, according to the problem, when you square this and add, which means 6x square plus 4x whole square plus this is 3x whole square. You will get 244. They're given in the sum, which means this is 36x square plus 16x square plus 9x square equals to 244, which is how much? This is, if I'm not wrong, this is 61x square equals to 244, which means x square equals to 244 by 61, which means this is 4. So your x will be plus minus 2, isn't it? Now look carefully. We have got two answers, plus minus 2. Minus 2 not possible, because we have already discussed ratios are only for positive numbers. So your x is 2. So when your x is 2, the numbers are 12, 8 and 6. Am I clear? Now let us look at the next sum. Now look at 18 part 1, very easy. A certain sum was divided among A, B and C in the ratio 7:5:4. If B got rupees 500 more than C, find the total sum divided. So given, see, A is to B is to C in the ratio 7:5:4. So I'll let A's share be 7x, B's share be 5x and C's share be 4x. Now according to the problem, if you look carefully, if B got rupees 500 more than C, which means B's share minus C's share is equal to 500, which means x is 500. Okay, find the total sum. Now total will be what? 7x plus 5x plus 4x, which is 16x. So 16 multiplied by 500, this gives you rupees 8,000. So rupees 8,000 was divided among A, B and C. Clear? Now let us look at the next sum. Now look at sum number 18 part 2. A very nice sum. In a business, A invests rupees 50,000 for 6 months, B rupees 60,000 for 4 months and C rupees 80,000 for 5 months. If they together earn rupees 18,800, find the share of each. See, the profit is shared in the ratio of the investment. The problem over here is that they invest a certain amount for different months. So what we'll do first, see, A's 1 month investment we'll find. Very simple. Rupees 50,000 multiplied by 6, that will be your 1 month investment. That's rupees 3 lakh. Clear? Then we'll find B's 1 month investment. Same. It will be rupees 60,000 multiplied by 4. That's rupees 2 lakh 40,000. Clear? Then we'll find C's 1 month investment, which is again rupees 80,000 multiplied by 5. That's rupees 4 lakh. Now profit is shared in the ratio of the investment, which means the ratio becomes, look carefully, 30 is to 24 is to 40, because 4 zeros are common. So I can write 30 is to 24 is to 40. We can reduce it more, but I'll leave it till here. Okay. Now, if they together earn rupees 18800, find the share of each. Now we know, we have done it in earlier classes. Sum of ratio is how much? See, this is 94. Therefore, A's share will be the ratio of A, that's 30 by 94 into the total earning. So that's how many times? 200 times. That's rupees 6,000. Done. Then we'll find B's share. Same. That's 24 by 94 multiplied by, this is 18800. This again 4,800. And then we have C's share, which is again 40 by 94 into 18800. This is 200, that's rupees 8,000. So A's share is 6,000, B's share is 4,800, and C's share is rupees 8,000. Clear? Now we look at the next sum. Now look at 19 part 1. In a mixture of 45 liters, the ratio of milk to water, the ratio of milk is to water is 13:2. How much water must be added to make the ratio as 3:1? Okay, we need to add some water so that the ratio changes. Now first of all, over here the total was 45 liters. So in the original case, find the quantity of milk and water. Let the quantity of milk equals to 13x and let the quantity of water be 2x. Okay, then you can say, according to the problem, can we say that 13x plus 2x equals to 45? Total quantity is 45, which means 15x equals to 45, which means x equals to 3, which means milk is how much? 30 into 3 is 39 liters. And water is how much? Water is 2 into x, that's 6 liters. Now look at the second case. They said how much water must be added to make the ratio 3:1. Let y liters of water be added. Then can I say the quantity of milk by the quantity of water, which becomes 6 plus y in the second case, that is equal to 3 by 1, isn't it? Now this becomes 3 multiplied by 6 by plus 1 equals to 39, which means 6 plus y equals to 13. Therefore y equals to how much? 7 liters. So how much water must be added? 7 liters of water must be added. Okay. Now look at the next sum. Now look at this sum. The monthly pocket money of Ravi and Sanjeev are in the ratio 5:7 and the expenditure are in the ratio 3:5. If each saves rupees 80 every month, find the monthly pocket money. There are two things. See, first the ratio of their pocket money is given. So let Ravi's pocket money, I'm saying PA, be 5x. Then Sanjeev's pocket money becomes 7x. And the expenditure, let Ravi's expenditure be 3y. I'll take another variable. I can't use the same variable, okay? And Sanjeev's expenditure is 5y. Now we know saving is what? It's pocket money minus expenditure, which means can I say, according to the problem, 5x minus 3y is equal to 80. Similarly, 7x minus 5y equals to 80. And this is simultaneous equations. So this is equation 1, equation 2. You multiply the first equation by 7 and the second equation by 5. What do we get? See, 35x minus 21y equals to 560. Similarly, I'll get 35x minus 25y equals to, this is 400. I just need to subtract, change the sign. So this goes away and this becomes 4y equals to 160, which means y equals to 160 by 4, which is 40. Clear? You got y as 40, find x, put the value of y in any of the equation. Putting the value of y in, suppose, equation 1. In equation 1, what do you get? 5x minus 3 multiplied by 40 is equal to 80. Look over here. Am I clear? So 5x minus 120 equals to 80, which means 5x equals to 200, which means x is also 40. So Ravi's pocket money. So Ravi's pocket money I'm taking as PM. It is equal to 5 into 40. That's rupees 200. And Sanjeev's pocket money is how much? 7 into 40. That's how much? 280. Clear? Now look at sum number 20 part 2. In a class 10 of a school, the ratio of number of boys to that of the number of girls is 4:3. If there were 20 more boys and 12 less girls, then the ratio would have been 2:1. How many students were there in the class? First of all, original case. Okay. Let the number of boys be 4x. Therefore, the number of girls becomes 3x. Now what they have told? According to the problem C, if there were 20 more boys, 4x plus 20, and 12 less girls, which means 3x minus 12, the ratio becomes 2:1. Am I clear? Let's solve this one. So this becomes 4x plus 20 equals to twice 3x minus 12, which is 4x plus 20 equals to 6x minus 24, which is this, when you solve it, 44 equals to 2x, which means x equals to 22. Clear? So therefore your number of students will be 4 plus 3, that's 7x. So that's 7 multiplied by 22, that's 154. Clear? Now look at the next sum. Now look at the last sum for this exercise, which says in an examination the ratio of passes to failures was 4:1. If 30 less had appeared and 20 less passed, the ratio of passes to failures would have been 5:1. How many students appeared? There are two cases again. The original case. See. Let the number of students who pass be 4x, and let the number of students who fail is x. Therefore, total number of student is 5x, isn't it? Now they said if 30 less had appeared. Now in the second case, total student 30 less appeared, which means 5x minus 30, and 20 less passed. So number of student who pass will be 4x minus 20. Okay, now we have total strength, we have number of student pass. So number of student who fail will be this minus this, which is 5x minus 30 minus 4x minus 20, which when you open the bracket, this becomes x minus 10. Okay, this is number of student fail, this is number of student pass. Now the ratio becomes 5:1, which means according to the problem, can I say 4x minus 20 by x minus 10 is equal to 5:1? Am I clear? Now solve it. So this becomes 4x minus 20 equals to 5 times x minus 10, which is 4x minus 20 equals to 5x minus 50, which means I'll bring 50 on this side, so it becomes 30 equals to x. So x is 30. What they've asked, how many students appeared for exam? 5x. Therefore, number of students who appeared for the exam is 5 into 30, that's 150. And that's my answer. Clear? So in the next video, we look at proportion. Okay?